Brace yourself, this is going to be an interesting one, so bear with me. So, Paranormal Perspectives is my podcast, so it's all about sharing stories about the paranormal. It all started for me when I had an out-of-body experience following a major car accident. I was only 5 years old at the time, and I found myself outside of my body as I was in the middle of a number of major operations to repair my physical body. So I was outside of my body. At the time I didn't know that, of course. I thought it was real. I was walking the corridors, and the world to me looked like it was made of a form of strange light with strange colours that I didn't recognise. I tried to get the attentions of the nurses and the patients as I went from room to room, but nobody could see me. Time seemed to pass differently, very slowly in fact. I walked through this corridor, went from room to room to room, and eventually I got to the end of this corridor where I encountered this strange space. There was a few discarded materials like a broom, a bucket, a messy bin, doctor's jacket, and I saw this wall full of holes. And it scared me because, not the room itself, because I felt something was there, something was watching me. As I walked into this space, I felt like I wanted to run, but at the same time I was drawn into it though, as if it was like a black hole sucking you in. And I encountered something, and I couldn't remember at the time, like, okay, well, what did it look like? What was it? It didn't really have a physical form, but I could feel it in all its intensity. This being that was indifferent to my existence, it transported me all over the universe, it felt like. I was just down the road from the hospital in Oxford. I landed in this alleyway, in this strange experience. I travelled a few thousand miles away to a different country. Eventually I found myself in space, floating through the universe. And all of this kept happening in a split second, from one place to another, to another, to another. And as I went from experience to experience, I felt like I was knowing more about the universe, like this massive download happened. And it was overwhelming. It was quite a horrifying experience, to be honest with you. I felt like I just needed to escape, and as quick as a flash, I ended up in my body again. And it was a while after my major operations, I was beginning to regain consciousness, and my entire body was binded. I couldn't physically walk, so I was thinking, well, I was just walking down the corridor just a few days ago, or maybe it was a few minutes ago, or a few seconds ago. I was confused. Time didn't seem to kind of connect. But either way, as I went through my experience at hospital, physically trying to get better, all of the fixings being made, stemming infections, I experienced so much pain. I felt like coming out of that experience, that out-of-body experience, I could draw. I didn't have this ability before, but I just had this urge to draw, and I asked the nurses at the time that I needed a pen, paper, anything that I could get to outlet something. And they're very